Hey guys, momentaijankguy here, bringing you a brand new deck profile. So I've been very excited for this deck ever since they revealed this Digimon Liberators. I haven't read it yet, but I hear it's very good. If you guys wanted to go check out Jigglypuff over on YouTube as well, she's a very awesome Digimon channel. She reads it a lot and she says it's really good. So I take her word for it. All right, so let's get started. So it's gonna be for Hyarimon. So this is probably the best egg for this deck. Another egg you could run as a fifth egg is is Bugomon. That's limited to one, or you can do like a Wanyamon, maybe a blue Tamer draw card. But this is it's also for theme too. So when attacking, if your opponent has no Digimon as Digivolution card, you draw a card. So how this is worded, there are some other stuff where it's like, oh, if your opponent has a Digimon with no sources, you'll get the effect. Or if like they'll say, if your opponent has a Digimon with no sources, you'll get the effect. So this one says, if your opponent has no Digimon with no Digivolution card, you draw a card. So if they don't have any Digimon, you'll still get the effect because they don't have a Digimon with no sources. So you draw a card. So very nice egg, and it's very cute. We'll just get the eggs there. All right. On to the starters. The rookies. Sorry about the camera. So a little thing about this deck, it's pretty restrictive because you're trying to keep it to the ice trait. I keep saying ice tree, ice snow, as close as possible. So we're gonna get started with the first card of the deck. Aside from the eggs, it's gonna be 4 Balukamon. This is the best card. This is the best working in the deck. It's a searcher. It's an old search for items from EX7, I think. Yeah, EX7. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with Paildramon or Hexaplow in its name, and 1 card with the Ice Snow trait from among them. Return the rest of your hand. So what's nice about this is that unfortunately, he can't pick up himself. So like if you reveal 2, you can't pick both of them up. You only can get 1. But what's nice, so if you hit the 4, the 5, or the 6, I don't have spoiler alert, there are no Hexaballs in this deck. Because one, I don't have any, and I'm not trying to pay like 30 bucks for 60 bucks for 2 copies because they're like 30 each right now. But I do have a nice little substitute, which is sort of the same thing for a turn, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, so if you reveal like the 4 and the 5 and this or any of the new stuff, you can pick up 2 cards, which is super nice. And then the inherit is when attacking, trash the top with a Digivolution card on one of your opponent's Digimon, and it does have the Ice Snow type in the trait. Next is going to be the new Penguinmon. So this card is very nice. Evils for 0 on top of Hyarimon, which is also the reason why we were running this as the main egg, because it will evil for 0 on through. And so during your turn, when this Digimon would Digivolve into a Digimon card with the Ice Snow trait, which every level 4, 5, and 6, 4 and 5 do have it, so you'll always get that effect. And then when this you reduce it by 1, so all your 2s evil for 1, which is really cool. And then the inherit is this is the nice part about this card too, is that when attacking, give one of your opponent's Digimon sec -1 until the end of their turn. So what's nice about it is that it doesn't care how many sources they have. When you attack, you're going to give something security -1. Next, we're only running 2 Snow Agumon because he doesn't do anything. He does have Ice Clad. I do wish they kept an Ice Suit. I like that a lot better. So in case anybody's new about the Ice Clad trait, because there's only a few cards in the game that have that, is when they battle Digimon, they don't battle based on DP, they battle based on sources. So let's say your opponent has a Death X that's on the field, and they attacked it last turn, and then you promote Agumon. So you have an Agumon with the egg, you attack into the Death X, you kill the Death X because you have more sources in it. So that's how Ice Cloud works. It does not work in security, because that's what it says here too. It does not work in security. So let's say your opponent has a Digimon with 1 source and you have 1 source. You guys are gonna crash because you guys are doing battle based off sources, not DP. So it's still super nice. And it's searchable too, which is why I still have it. I was running it at 3, but I'm trying the 1 up of this card. I'm gonna show you guys about range just a bit. It does have the Ice Snow, and then trash the top village cards of one of your opponent's Digimon. So it's still a very nice card. And then we are playing 1 Gyomamon. I hate this card. It doesn't die. The only thing it hurts about this card is that like when you evolve into the new stuff, they look for Ice Snow in the traits. And so you won't get like the regular like 2 cost evil. You might get a 3. But other than that, though, this is still a fantastic card. Yeah, Jigglypuff over. She recommended this card too. And it's just a good card. So start a main phase, and it's a good game ender too. If you like draw it late or you just hold it in your hand. Trash any one Digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon, then this Digimon can't be blocked for the turn. So they can redirect it, but they can't block. So you can like pseudo swing for a game with this, which is super cool. And then the inherit is on the opponent's turn when this Digimon would be deleted, you can just spit him out, and then the rest of the stack dies. So you almost get it's sort of like a bootleg bootleg scramble. So those are the rookies. We'll just put them over here. Now we're gonna go on to the fours. The fours are some of the most exciting. Unfortunately, there are only like 3 like Digimon in the game or something, or 4 maybe, that have Ice Snow in the trait. So you're the majority of every list for this deck will usually be the same. I am not running hybrids. I do not like the hybrid package. I don't like how much they cost the Evo, because I don't want to run Tommies because I'm not trying to make it a hybrid deck in that sense. So we are running 4 of the old Peludramon from EX7. Still a very good card. So when Digivolving, trash the bottom 2 of sources of one of your opponent's Digimon. Then if your opponent has no Digimon with Digivolution cards, this Digimon gets jamming and blocker. So unlike just like these two, so let's say you Digivolve into this, they have nothing on their field, you'll get jamming. But let's say they have 2 Digimon and one has sources. This card says if your opponent has no Digimon with no sources, so that means you won't gain the jamming and blocker. I do wish some of the cards said like if your opponent has a Digimon with no sources, that way like if they have like a full field, you'll still get at least the full effect. But it's still a nice card. And then when attacking, trash the top digits card on one of your opponent's Digimon. Next, we are running 4 in one of my favorite Digimon. He doesn't have that many cards, and I'm really happy that he finally got another one. It's Frigimon. I just think it's super cool. So Digivolves for 3, but Evils for 2 on top of an Ice Snow trait Digimon. So it's every rookie except for this right here. So it's a fantastic card. It's essentially the same card. So it has Ice Clad, which is super nice. And on play when Digivolving, trash the bottom 2 Digivolution cards of one of your opponent's Digimon. Then if your opponent has no Digimon with Digivolution cards, you gain 1 memory. So it's super nice. So this is the top 2, this is the bottom 2. It's a nice card. And the inherit is same like the Penguinmon. Give one of your opponent's Digimon security -1. And next for the last 2, we are running 2 Sorcerermon. It's a pretty bad card. It's a blocker, which is probably the coolest part about it. And so on play, if your opponent has no Digimon with Digivolution cards, one of your Digimon unsuspend. So this combo is very well with Skadimon, and I'll get that in just a bit, so I'll put it on the side for that. And the inherit is trash the top Digivolution cards of one of your opponent's Digimon. And fun little fact, I just noticed today, all the fours cost 5 to play. So they're not horrible to hard play, especially the Frigimon, because he does have a really good on play. He'll get the same effect. So I'll put this to the side for now. So I'll explain like why it's pretty good later. Okay, so next, but I do recommend, if you guys do have Hexablows, put in Hexablow. It's a great, fantastic card. But if you're doing it for like focused on the Skadimon, I would recommend putting it at 2, maybe 3, because I do want Skadi to be like the main boss Digimon. So we are running 4 Christ Paledramon. So it has Ice Clad, super cool. And so when Digivolving, trash any 2 Digivolution cards under your opponent's Digimon. So that's really nice because you get to pick and choose. And how it's worded, it says trash any 2 Digivolution cards under your opponent's Digimon, which means let's say they have 2 Digimon and they each have 1 sword, you can strip both of them, which is nice. Then if your opponent has no Digimon with Digivolution cards, this Digimon unsuspends. So like the ideal combo is like you do Paledramon, it gets jamming, you swing, get the check in, you Digivolve into this, and you unsuspend. The old school play from EX7. And then the inherit is while your opponent has no Digimon with no sources, this Digimon with the Ice Snow trait gains piercing and security +1. So super cool. And again, and also thank you guys for watching the Digimon Deck Profile. I wasn't expecting it to like get that many views, but I'm really happy you guys enjoyed it. Because I do personally like that deck a lot too. Next, a new card is is Polar Bearmon. So it Digivolves for 4, but Digivolves for 3 on top of an Ice Stone trait, which is every level 4, so you'll never evolve for 4. Unless like, you want to like Memory Joke him. So has Ice Cloud. And on play, when Digivolving, trash any 2 Digivolve cards from your opponent's Digimon. Then, one of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolve cards can't suspend or activate when Digivolving effects. So it's sort of like a baby Venusmon if they have no sources, because that means even if they Digivolve, they still can't suspend and they still can't activate when Digivolving. So it's a super nice card, and the same inherit as the Christ Pilgrimon. During your turn, while your opponent has no Digimon with their Jutsu cards, this Digimon with the Ice on trade gains piercing and security attack +1. So super cool and very nice. I do want to maybe eventually get like the full arts for these, which is just like the blue and yellow border. Now on to the 6. The 6 is where it's spicy. This is sort of like a toolbox deck for the 6s. Okay, so first for the main one, we have 4 Skadimon. Very cool card. Very cool design too. So this card it's very pretty also, and the regular art's really nice too. Okay, so evils for 4, but evils for 3 on top of an Ice trait, which is everything. So you never evil for 4. So it has Ice Clad and Barrier, which is really nice. And so when Digivolving, she has 2 when Digivolvings. So the first one is you may play 1 level 4 lower Ice Snow trait Digimon card from your hand without paying the cost. And then for each of your opponent's Digimon that have no sources, you can increase the level by 1. So let's say they have 1 Digimon with no sources, you can play a 5 lore. If they have 2, you can play a 6 lore. You can basically play a second Scotty for free, which is super nice. And then the other one Digivolving, also when attacking once per turn, you can place 1 Digimon on either side of the field that has no sources to the bottom security card as the bottom security card, and then you can unsuspend her. So that's super nice. So this is where like you can save the when attacking and not trigger the when Digivolving. So you can Digivolve, or not save it, but so let's say you attack this your 5, because it's like you're like, oh, you're not scared of it dying, or it has jamming. So you can swing, do this effect, Digivolve into this. And then you can put, you can play this, unsuspend it, which is really nice to unsuspend it. And this is also good to hard play in case you don't want them to attack into it, but it does have bear, so it's not the worst. So you can swing, put it into your life, also basically getting 2 uses out of it, and basically taking 1 more blow for your security, and unsuspend it. So it's super nice. It basically you can do attack with it 3 times essentially. Well, 2 times. So you can swing once with the 5. Do the when Digivolving. You can play this, unsuspend it. Don't do the second effect yet. You can swing in security, put it into your life, unsuspend it, and then swing again. And that's gonna be 2 checks every time because all the 5s have security attack +1, which is super nice. So that's why the Sorceremon's pretty cool. Next, we are running Ryugamon. So this actually synergizes very well with the deck. It's super sick, super cool. So EOS for 4, it doesn't really matter about that. So it has decode 5. Anybody doesn't know what decode is when this Digimon would leave the battle area other than in battle, you may play 1 level 5 blue Digimon card from its sources without paying the cost. And then when Digivolving, you may play 1 level 4 lower blue Digimon card from your sources without paying the cost. So what's really cool is that what you can do is, again, you can play this, get the on play off of this, unsuspend something. Let's see. You can play another Frigimon, strip 2 sources, gain a memory back. You can play out this horrible guy, another Penguinmon, another Searcher. You can do a lot with it. And so the reason why I really like the Ryugamon is for the Polar Bearmon play. So let's say they have a level 6. Usually this will not stick on the board for an entire turn because you're gonna basically make it go away. You can, like on Digivolve, you can play out a Frigimon, strip 2 sources, maybe swing with it. If it would die, sure, that's like okay. And so because when it would leave, you can then spit out a Polar Bearmon, get the on play, strip 2 sources, and then make it so it can't suspend and it cannot activate when digivolving. So it's super cool, and the synergy with it is actually really great, because you won't get the sec +1 because you're not the ice no trait, but it's just cool how it's like, oh, or end of turn you can be like, I'm gonna bottom deck this, bottom deck your 6, but also I'm gonna play out this as well to strip more sources. So it's super cool. And then for the last two, because I don't have Hexaballs, we're doing 2 Venusmon, because it is yellow blue. And so we all know what Venusmon does. We all hate Venusmon, but we also love Venusmon. For anybody who doesn't know, when digivolving, you give all of your opponent's Digimon security -1. It is a blanket effect, so that means even new Digimon that come into play that get rushed and stuff, like that, yada yada, they'll still have security attack -1. And during the opponent's turn, none of your opponent's Digimon with security attack plus or minus in general can activate when attacking your one digivolving effect. So it's super nice. It basically makes it so like they don't want to like digivolve because they won't get any benefits. And another thing too, let's say they have an inherit that gives them like sec -1, or sec +1. They won't be able to activate the when digivolving or when attacking effects. And so, ironically too, this pair is very nice with the Penguinmon and the Frigemon, because when attacking, you can give something security attack -1. So you can swing, give it security attack -1, and then during their next turn, they can't activate their one attack to win digivolving. So it's a nice little alternative. It actually works pretty well. But yeah, if you have Hexablows, take these out. But Hexablows, it's searchable. So those are all the Digimon. Now we're gonna go to the Tamers. I do apologize. I wasn't expecting this video to be that long. Okay, so we're doing 1 BT1 Matashita. I like to call him No Neck Matt because it doesn't look like he has a neck. So because it's the Skadimon, and because hard playing Digimon is a bit more better now. This is probably really bad during like BT1 way back in the day. It's a memory setter, and then during your turn, when you would play a blue Digimon, you can suspend this Tamer to trash the bottom source of one of your opponent's Digimon. So very cool. We're playing 2 Joes. Joes is on play. Just trash any one source off of one of your opponent's Digimon, and then during your turn, when a Digivolution card of your opponent's Digimon is trashed by suspending this Tamer, you get a memory. So super nice. And then we're playing 4 of the new Susanate Tamer. This and this pair super well together. So start of your turn, if your opponent has a Digimon, you get a memory. And then all turns, when your Digimon are played or Digivolve, if any of them have the Ice Snow trait, by suspending this Tamer, trash any one Digivolution card from one of your opponent's Digimon. So you can Digivolve, you can on play, you'll get the effect. It's super nice, super cool. It allows you to control sources. If they have aces, you can like force the aces out, get the free memory back. It's very fun. So we're running 7 Tamers. I know 7 is a lot, but it has not felt bricky. It's felt very nice. And next to the options, so for the options, we're actually running quite a decent amount. So I'm only running 2 of this right now. It's sort of like Sorai, but I just like the fact that it has potential to play a body. So Summon Frost, so a cost 5. So trash the top 2 Digivolution cards of all of your opponent's Digimon, which is huge. But if the effect did not trash, you can play a level 4 lower Digimon card with the Ice Snow trait from your hand without paying the cost. Then until the end of your opponent's turn, none of their Digimon with no sources can attack. So it's very cool. It is like a pseudo stall because they can't just Digivolve and then swing afterwards, but you're forcing them to have the Evo in order to actually get the swing in. So they're basically like wasting memory. Instead of getting like a free check. Like let's say they just have a rookie, they can't swing as a rookie. They have to Evo on top in order to swing. So very cool card. Then of course we're doing 2 mental trainings, top 2 cards for a blue card, which is the whole deck, except for Venusmon. And delay, you can trash it the next time one of your blue Digimon would Digivolve. You can reduce the cost by 2. And then we got the one Hammer Sparks. Hammer Sparks is a good card. We got the 1 Scramble. Blue Scramble is cost 2, just like the trainings. One of your blue Digimon can Digivolve into a blue Digimon card, reducing the cost by 3. So super nice. Makes all your 4s and 5s and 6s free evils, except for the Ryugamon and the Vetusmon, because you can't do Vetusmon. And then it does have delay. So start of your turn, if your opponent has a Digimon, you can delay, put a Digimon card from your trash on top of your deck. And then if you have no Digimon and your opponent has a Digimon, you can play a 2k or less Digimon from your trash onto the field and get the effects if they're on play or stuff like that. Another thing to know too about the scrambles is, let's say you have a Digimon and your opponent has a Digimon, you can still trigger the delay to put a Digimon card back on top of your deck, but if you do that, you still have to trash it. And then for the last card, it's a sort of a tech card. It's the one wave of reliability. So it's like a what's the word? An extra attack. There it is. I haven't been debating, but Jigglypuff wants to play Blue Hawaii Def, which I love that card because the name of the card is hilarious. Blue Hawaii Def. I think it like trashes 2 sources. That it also costs 2, and then it can attack unsuspended Digimon, or it can attack an unsuspended Digimon with no sources. And so the main effect is trash any 2 Digivolution cards from your opponent's Digimon. And then if you have a Tamer which is Jokito and its name, choose one of your Digimon. If your opponent has no Digimon with more Digivolution cards than the chosen Digimon, you can unsuspend it. So you can additionally get an extra swing with this, and plus it only costs 2. And then the security effect is activate this card's main effect, and then it goes to your hand. So that is the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This deck is a lot of fun to play. It's very it's a nice combo deck too. I do have some more deck profiles coming soon, and some versus videos. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time.